welcome to the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show. My name is Vanita Lambert, and I have the honor of hosting this wonderful show every single week because I get to bring on wonderful guests. And I love all my guests. They're really very special guests. Today we have a sorority. Look at all these people. I'm so excited. We have the Zeta Phi Beta sorority. And I'm going to introduce them, but they're going to reintroduce themselves once they start getting, talking about the Dress to Impress flyer, because that's what this is all about. So we're going to start with Catherine Brown. She's a Z Hope coordinator. Polite Lafayette, she's a community service. And then we have Christine Myers-Kitt, who is the president, and Naya Pantry, who is the secretary. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for the information that you're going to share. And just imagine all of the beautiful girls that you're going to inspire all across the country and in this area as well. So without any further ado, I'm going to have everybody reintroduce themselves, and then they're going to talk about their event coming up, Dress to Impress, and we're going to put the flyer up on cue. So we're going to start with Christine, the president. It's always a good place to start. Christine, welcome, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. One, thank you very so much for having us here. My name is Christine Myers-Kitt, and I am the president of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, our Alpha Rho Zeta chapter. We service Norwalk in Lower Fairfield County. And today we're here to talk about our Dress to Impress event. So Dress to Impress is an opportunity for the community to get really involved in making prom and graduation magical for young women. So it's an initiative where we invite the community to help us by donating new and lightly used dresses, accessories, and shoes. And we take them and repurpose them to give young girls the opportunity to come in and try those dresses on and take those dresses home for their upcoming prom and graduation. And so our experience in the past as that families have been really thankful for this opportunity, for the help. And this year we've leveled up by partnering with local organizations to kind of provide us with more resources to the community, to get more parents out to the event, to get more young girls out to the event. And Kat can talk more about some of the partners we're partnering with this year.
Well, thank you very much. And again, thank you very much, Vanita, for inviting us to your station. We appreciate it. And so we're going to talk about some of our partners that we have this year we are super excited about. We have EJ's Heart, the mission to enrich children's lives and support our community through outreach and education and scholarship. We have the Norwalk NAACP. They're going to come and bring resources in advance to lives and efforts to people of color. We have the YL Trapped foster opportunities to outstanding young women in the urban area so that they are extraordinary, independent, and have a sense of purpose and self-awareness. So they're going to be phenomenal women. We also have 100 Girls Leading coming with her organization with underdeserved girls 9 through 18 to empower them to lead, and it's a mentoring group. And then we have our chapter, Alpha Rho Zeta, that will be providing Zeta book bags to our youth and school supplies to our young ladies that are there. Now I will pass it off to my soror, Polite Lafayette, who is our chair of the community service.
Yes, and thank you again for inviting us, Vanita. And I'll tell you more about our organization as a whole. So Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated was founded at Howard University in Washington, D.C. on Friday, a finer Friday, January 16th, 1920, by our 5 pearls, also known as our 5 founders. And our 5 founders are our triumphant founder, Arizona Cleaver Simmons, our triumphant founder, Pearl Anna Neal, our triumphant founder, Myrtle Tyler Faithful, triumphant founder, Viola Tyler Goings, and Fannie Petty Watts. So those are the founders of our illustrious organization, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And then our chapter services Norwalk, Connecticut, and all of Lower Fairfield County. We have a lot of firsts that our organization got to accomplish under especially as a D9 organization, and I'll pass it off to my sister, my soror, Naya.
Thank you for having us again.
I'm gonna have you guys back. I love this.
We love being part of an organization that has many firsts. One of the first things that we did was to have our first youth and adult auxiliaries, such as the Pearlettes, the Amikettes, the Arcanettes, Amici, and Zeta Male Network. We were the first to charter a chapter in Africa, Monrovia, Liberia to be exact, as well as in Texas. We were the first to host a national convention under the Mason-Dixon line. We were the first to become a non-governmental affiliate of the United Nations. We were the first to establish national headquarters. We also were the first to sorority to be in a Thanksgiving Day parade. We are also the first and only sorority to be constitutionally bound to our brothers, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Oh, nice.
So we have a lot of firsts.
That's right. You always remember the first.
Exactly.
You know, that is just history.
Yes, and our organization also is founded on our principles, and our principles are scholarship, service, sisterhood, and finer womanhood. And as you may notice just from my title as the community service chairwoman, one of the ones that are nearest to my heart is service, and so that's why this event is so important for us to do and service the community that we are set to service. And I'm hoping that we have a lot of young women. This event is really for women to have amazing proms, graduations, their formals. I think it's super important for them to come out, and they're not only getting dresses, they get shoes, accessories. They have the option, they'll have a runway and get to look at the mirror. We'll have like refreshments for them and other resources for them. So I think it's super important for them to come out, and we have a host of other partnerships and organizations that we're working with throughout the year. Autism Awareness Month is coming up, so we have some autism awareness programs that are coming up from our organization. We've done a lot of programs already this year, and I know this is our second annual Dress to Impress, but every year we're hoping to make it better.
Wow, that is amazing. You know, community service is so important. And, you know, what I like about this platform that, you know, we were blessed to have is that we get to share all this information with the community. And you have no idea how many people will be inspired by seeing you guys here. You know, they're, you know, people of color doing these important things, supporting the community, and just imagining themselves in one of the gowns you're talking about. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That is just amazing. I'm feeling it. I have never, I don't want to take over your show here, but I'll be real quick. I have never been a part of anything like that as a child. And so as an adult, after I raised my kids, you know, in my 60s or whatever, then I started joining all these organizations. So it's inspiring. Okay, I will be quiet and let you guys finish telling us about Dress to Impress, and where to, you know, to call to get the information, to make these donations, whether it's earrings, shoes, you know, if you want to buy stockings, slightly used dresses, handbags, all type of accessories, which I'm going to go home and go through my closet again, because here I am, I brought one dress, you know, and I was thinking, I just looked at dress. And I didn't read the whole thing clearly, so take your time, go through your closet. It's time for spring cleaning. Okay, so.
Absolutely. So just to give everybody the logistics again, so this Dress to Impress event will be held Saturday, April 6th. It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we'll be hosting it at the George Washington Carver Community Center at 7 Academy Street in Norwalk, Connecticut. I love that facility because it's right in the community, and that specific community center services the community and services children throughout Norwalk in their after-school programming. And so I feel like all of this is about connecting the community and understanding that we all can contribute to making someone's day better. And it doesn't have to be a big pull. A lot of times people think of donations have to be writing a large check. And this is a community initiative where everyone can just, like you said, go into your closet. Yeah. Think about the last time you tried on that dress. Think about the last time you wore it. I've had dresses that I wore once, right? And you tell yourself, like, I'm not gonna wear that again. Everybody's already seen me in it, right? So it's those dresses and those feelings and those emotions that we want to pass on to young women, and we want them to feel supported. We want them to feel like, wow, the community helped me have this experience, right? I remember going to my prom, and I remember people taking pictures, and everybody is just as excited as the two people that are in the pictures, or the group of girls or group of guys, however it is. And so we want to take that same energy. We want to bring that to the event. So not only is there the trying on the dresses, but it's the community and collaboration that's happening in the event that really sparks my, this gets me excited about it, right? It's the girls trying on the dresses, the runways, it's being able to reach out, their little brothers or sisters maybe going to grab a book bag, and finding out about, some autism resources that are coming down the pipeline, or more ways for young women to be financially aware, or how to advocate for yourself with the Norwalk NAACP. So yeah, I love the idea of it being community based and giving an opportunity for everyone to get included.
Exactly.
I think my favorite part is, even though our main thing is this dress to impress and we're giving these dresses away, I think my favorite thing from seeing it last year was the families and the friends that come along. And even if like one person has a dress already, they were there and they were able to get so much information about our sorority. They asked us questions. They were able to leave with different insights. And this year we have so many more partners that even if you're not there looking for a dress, you could come out with a handful of information or a handful of resources that you can use, especially for these high school girls that are graduating and going into college and don't know a lot, or their first time college kids and their family, and we're able to make a difference on them to get their light brighter for a lot of different things, whether it be a sorority or the NAACP or just different organizations that they didn't even know were so close to their community to help them. So I think that's the most exciting thing for me about our event.
I would like to add, last year when we had this event, it kickstarted and we saw mothers coming in with their daughters and the siblings, as some of my sorors have echoed. And one of the mothers came up to me and said, "Are you sure this is free?" And I said, "It is." I said, "If you want, you can get one for you." And she cried, and that emotion immediately struck me. And I said, "Oh, let's go find you some shoes. Let's go." We want to do more. And for that, it lets me know that we're doing something for the right reasons, right? We're doing it for the cause. It's not about us, it's about what our organization represents, service. And we want to show for our community, hey, we're here for you. And so when we saw those families and they smiled and mothers got dresses for themselves, said, "I can wear it to their banquet and I don't have to go shop." And I said, "Yeah, girl, you got it for free." That made her feel even better. Yeah. So, that's really what the purpose is. And so that lets me even know that I am a part of the right organization.
That's wonderful.
I love the idea of making young women feel finer. I remember looking and trying to find my prom dresses and my wedding dress, and I was like, I'm not really sure what to wear. And we're gonna have our Arcanettes, which is an auxiliary group that Zeta Phi Beta sorority has, and we also in our chapter have Arcanettes, and they're young women that are teenagers from 14 to 18, and they are gonna be there to help. So I'm just thinking about the young woman that's not really sure what to wear, and the Arcanet that's helping her zip up her dress, helping her go and take pictures and making her feel special. And that's really what Finding Womanhood is all about, your character and making sure that people feel good.
Exactly.
Finding women don't hurt people.
And what I like about it is that when I grew up in the inner city in Bridgeport, single mom with 7 kids, I couldn't afford the dress. So what you're doing, my ring dance dress when I was a junior and everything. So this, I understand exactly what this means. And I'm feeling it. As you can see, I'm a little bit emotional about it.
Us too.
So, but if you could, there are so many people out there where if you're a single mom or dad with, 7 siblings, well, we don't have that many anymore. I think it's like 2.3 kids per person now. But when we were growing up, you couldn't afford the ring. You couldn't afford the gown. We were in survival mode. So,
right.
And some people are still there. And this will help elevate them and lift them out of that. And just by you helping them, that's going to inspire them to want to help somebody else, because it's going to feel good, like the way I do. And my passion is just giving out information. So there's so many folks out there.
Yeah.
What else y'all got?
I think you hit the nail on the head about also making individuals feel like they're worth this experience, right? And a lot of times when be, like you said, low income or going through challenges. It doesn't even have to be income related, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we can get so focused on that and the negative, and I think we need those little lights to remind us, like, I deserve a good experience. I deserve a good day, and I think that's so important for young girls, right?
Exactly.
To feel like I'm pretty, right? I'm beautiful just the way I am, and my community is supporting me in that endeavor.
Huge. That is so huge. That's why I volunteer. I think I'm in like 4 different organizations. And that's what it's all about, service, community service. Even if it's something as simple as reading a book to a child, to a kindergarten class in school. This is a wonderful, wonderful event. So tell us about a little bit about your chapter in terms of if you wanted to become a member, because I just learned today, I was talking to one of my co-hosts, her name is Dr. Sunji Phillips. She's an organizational psychologist, and she does a show with me monthly. And I was, I called her to ask her, I was like, were you a beta? I was going to get some information. She's like, no, I didn't pledge. And I was like, oh, me either. I didn't have the opportunity. And she said, it's not too late. Right. And I didn't know, I just learned that today. So, would you share a little bit about if anybody wanted to pledge, the ages, what parameters, what's the eligibility, or
Absolutely.
if you don't mind.
No problem.
Sure.
Yes. We are a chapter that is continuing to grow. We're up to 43 members at the current moment. And so membership into our sorority requires that you be a graduate of a university. And it also requires that scholarship be a principal. So there is a requirement that you had a specific GPA during school, during your time during school. And
I'm a good student.
Exactly. And so those two things together, as well as just a history and a track record of giving out into the community, doing community service, and there's a willingness to come fellowship with us, come out to our events, and really understand the culture of our chapter. So what are the type of ways that we service the community? How can you get involved? That's where you start. So we have a book club coming up for people who are interested in our sorority. We have it posted up on our social media page. That's a great way to keep up with us and see where we are. And you see that right there at the bottom of the screen. You can find us at @AAROSE_Z5B on our Instagram page. Or you could also email us at z5b.alpha-alpha-rosetta, that's what that stands for, @gmail.com. And we'll get back to you on the more specifics of what that process looks like. But yeah, the book club is open to the public, and you come. Right now, we're reading one of Ta-Nehisi Coates' books. And we kind of meet together and kind of go over those different things. And that's kind of how it works. We meet together, we fellowship, and then we invite you into the fold.
Yeah, nice.
And come on out to our events too, so that we get to know more about you.
I was just gonna say, just in case you don't meet those requirements, if you don't have a 4-year degree, you can still support.
And there
You
are
could come to the events. You could donate. If you don't have a dress, you can bring money. We take money too, right? So a check or whatever. And I'm sorry.
And we also have tonight it talks about our youth affiliates. We have adult affiliates as well. I know everyone didn't go to college, right? So we have affiliate programs. I have a MECAT group, and those are women who did not finish AMICAI. Yes, MECAT. Sorry, our young ladies. I have a MECAI group for young women, grown women actually at this point, who didn't necessarily go to college or finish a college program, but still stand for those same principles that we stand for, right? Still want to get out into the community and service, still stand for finding womanhood and being able to service those around you. So there's a process for being able to be a part of that as well. So it's a big family. Specifically being Zeta has its requirements, but we recognize that there's a Zeta Light and a lot of different type of women. And so we encourage everyone to come and find out more about how you can be involved.
We call that kind of experience street credibility. I got my degree from the University of Father Panic Village. And it does count, experience and, like back in the day, we did not have the opportunities growing up in the 60s. And we didn't have the opportunities that you guys are afforded with today. So a lot of people didn't. And just if you didn't and you're over 62, just want to put this note in real quick. You could go to any state university or college or community college in the state of Connecticut tuition free. So you can always go back like I am. I told my husband I'm a full-time student because it's free.
Right.
And I'm just going taking classes, so we'll see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Exactly.
Right.
Even as a friend,
I'm,
that right.
I'm hearing the scholarship.
Yes.
I'm hearing
The
the sisterly
service.
love.
We're gonna send you messages.
service.
We're gonna just
anybody
say,
gonna help me with my homework?
oh yeah, yeah. All right, you do that.
I'm in school right now too, so I got a
Right.
lot of homework.
The study group is forming here.
Yeah, right.
We do it right after the book
Right.
club meeting.
And you happen to be surrounded by a bunch of educators.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All of us are educators.
That's awesome. Okay, that's great. So, you said you're an educator. What do you teach?
So all of us are educators, and I feel like once you're an educator, you are always an educator. So I was teaching elementary school from 6th grade and below,
God bless you.
and now I am a student advisor for people that are trying to be teachers, or the people that are teachers. I work at Relay Graduate School of Education, and I get to work with teachers that have not gotten their certifications yet, or that are trying to get their master's in education, and I help them to be successful in that, and it's really hard. Teaching is a job that's really hard, and it's a job of not a lot of thank yous. So my job is to make sure that those teachers still feel valued, and that I'm helping them to reach their goals.
I commend to all teachers and nurses. That is a huge job, and it's more than a job. You have to go above and beyond the call of duty because you're dealing with a person. It's not you're dealing with the outcome of whether this person is going to learn something or not. And I feel like teaching is not just sitting in front of a classroom doing 1 + 1 = 2. You want to make sure whoever you're talking to, and people learn on different levels, that they understand what you taught, or else you're not a teacher. Okay, I'm a teacher too because I'm a mom.
Yes.
I have 2 sons, so
It's not what you
31 and
teach.
27. I mean, we teach. So what about you?
Well, I'm a retired resource teacher. Currently, right now, I'm a mental health counselor.
Oh, wow.
So education was always my forte. I love all the children that I've serviced, and now is servicing them and their families right now, ensuring that mental health is still a focal point. It affects our youth, us as adults, all the time. So we're always having challenging battles, and so it's just providing the right supports and coping skills to just kind of help you thrive and be successful in life. A part of our sorority, we try to make sure that all of us are mentally okay. So that's when you check in on a sis, like, hey sis, you good? That little text be like, oh yeah, you know what? So it's a real genuine relationship. So that's what I do in my career.
And it's
as a mom.
And it's a conversation. Your mom too.
I'm a mom and a wife. Yes, I am. Yes.
And it's a conversation that we need to have all the time.
All the time.
Every week, every month. That's the purpose of having Dr. Sunji Phillips on the show. She does a webinar for, developmental disabilities, and she has one on English and Spanish. Beautiful. So, and what about you?
Awesome. So I taught for 10 years as an educator as well. I
So
taught
look at
yes, I taught
right.
I taught elementary education as a ELA specialist for about 10 years. And then I had my own son, and I made a transition out the classroom. And now I work as an engineer. So I'm an integration engineer. I work on healthcare systems.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you said something I didn't understand, an ELA.
Oh, yes, English language arts.
Oh,
sorry.
okay. All these acronyms.
All the acronyms and
Hello.
teaching. Yes.
I did take my cognitive pills this morning, but I did not know that one. That's amazing. That's amazing. How about you, Naya?
So, I currently still am a teacher. I work at Roberto Clemente. I do,
You were right down the street from me.
Really?
Yeah, I live in West Haven. I go by there every day.
too.
Next time.
I work with special education kids, K through 5. Love my kids. Love my 2 teachers that work in there with me. Chambers and Staggers. We have a great system. Love our kids. It's great. It's very joy lifting for me there. So I love it. And I couldn't do it without the other 2 teachers in the room. We have great chemistry. We know how to work with our kids. A lot of people will walk by and be like, "Oh my gosh, how do you guys do that?" But it's like nothing for us. It's like our comfort zone with our kids now, so it's great.
You're passionate and you
Love those kids.
it. I would never do that, as I commend you guys. Never, ever. I mean, I watched my son's kindergarten class once. I was always involved in my children's education. I was on a board, okay, and I was like the secretary to PTA while they were in elementary school. And one day the teachers were having like a meeting or whatever, and they asked us to, the PTA to watch the classroom. So my son was 5, and I was the strictest mother ever. But in that classroom, he was the leader of the pack. They were like running on desk, and I would go and put out a fire here, and then something would be going on there. They were all, it was chaotic. I had no control whatsoever.
Especially with younger kids.
So listen, guys, we have about 3 minutes left, and I want to make sure that we get in everything you want to say. So I'm going to leave those 3 minutes to you guys to continue talking about Dress to Impress. At the risk of redundancy, please come out. Please share this information that you're going to see it. It's on YouTube. Please share with all the females in your families and males too, because they take care of girls as well. So the last 2 minutes are up to you.
Well, absolutely. As you can see, as we had our conversation, we are very comfortable. We love the kids. And we can't wait to see you guys bring them out. It'll be very organized because, as you see, it's a whole group of teachers.
Yes.
But we're really just excited for everyone to get involved. So again, the event is on April 6th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the George Washington Carver Community Center at 7 Academy Street in Norwalk, Connecticut. Currently, we're still looking for more dresses, opportunities for you to donate shoes, accessories, and some other donations as well. We're still looking for opportunities for garment bags and for our dress racks. We'll be taking donations to get more and more dress racks as we get more and more dresses. So feel free to shoot us an email or follow us on our pages. You can DM us, however you would like to do it. And we'll get back to you about how you can contribute to this event. And of course, everyone is invited to come down on April 6th and fellowship with us. Come grab a dress, come grab a book bag, come just talk to us and find out how we can get more involved in the Norwalk Lower Fairfield community. If you know something we don't know, share it with us, and we'll share all our resources. Did I miss anything, sisters?
Even if you're a partner.
And even if you have a dress, still come. Come see the partnerships that we have. Come learn about us. Come meet us. We're great people. We're funny. We'll laugh. Have a great time. Get a free refreshment or something.
I'll come to eat.
Everyone loves, incentives. There's going to be a lot of incentives. And you might walk out with something you didn't even think you were going to or didn't plan to. So please.
And this is for women and men? Or just girls?
Oh, yes, this is open.
Because, there's a lot of single fathers with daughters.
Oh, yes, open to the public.
Yeah.
It's open to the community. There's also going to be organizations there like EJ's Heart that offer scholarships to the community.
Ooh.
We have book bags that we're giving out to the community, and we were teachers, so we can gather our school supplies and put them in the book bags. That's our hope, right? YL Trapped and NAACP, right? These are organizations that are giving out to all people.
Right? So I just wanted to make sure that just in case you're a guy and you're watching this and you see Dress to Impress, it's not just for girls, it's for you too. So I want to thank you all, Catherine, Polite, Christine, and Naya, so much for being on the show. And please come back, and we need to talk about mental health. I want to have a panel. I was just talking about that. So please come back again. Thank you very much. This is the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show, and we're on your side.